Good morning, Bulldogs. I'm Luke.
And I'm Zarek, and this is KHS News.
Now, you've all probably heard about Hurricane Durian, but most of you may not know the gruesome details about the destruction it's left behind.
Up next, I give you more details on the vicious storm. Hurricane Durian was a long-lived, powerful, and destructive Category 5 hurricane that devastated the northwestern Bahamas and caused significant damage to the southwestern United States and Atlantic Canada. It is the first major hurricane of the 2019 Atlantic hurricane season. The hurricane caused catastrophic damage to the Grand Bahamas and Abaco Island, with at least 70,000 people left homeless. The current death toll is at 44 and is expected to keep climbing. The future is uncertain for the people in Bahamas after the Category 5 hurricane devastated the islands earlier this week. Search and recovery efforts in the Bahamas have been slowed down by the ravaged infrastructure after Durian left behind piles of rubble and splintered homes. A cruise ship brought nearly 1,500 hurricane survivors from the Bahamas to Florida. According to the Bahamian government, some 3,500 evacuees, most of them displaced from Abaco and Grand Bahama, have made their way to the capital of Nassau. Overall, Durian was a powerful and destructive storm, and much like Harvey, it will take months and maybe years for the people of Bahamas and the U.S. to recover. From Category 3s to 3-pointers, Team USA just might take the win in the FIBA World Cup. Alvin and Ahmed have got everything you need to know.
Hey Bulldogs, Team USA is in the FIBA World Cup right now competing for the gold. Here's how it's going.
Team USA basketball currently is undefeated with 3 wins, 0 losses against Czech Republic, Turkey, and Japan.
Team USA, led by Donovan Mitchell, shooting 42% on average from the field. Jason Tatum pulling in 5 rebounds per game. And lastly, Kemba Walker leading the team with 17 points per game.
Team USA is on an outstanding run right now, and we look forward to winning the gold soon. In the meantime, here are some highlights. Here is Kemba Walker passing to Chris Middleton for an open 3-pointer.
Indeed. Chris Middleton knocks it down to end the first quarter. For both teams, positives to take away from both sides. We take a look at Middleton. He got it off with plenty of time to spare. No question.
Walker hitting a deep 3 before the buzzer.
Got it to go! Well, that's why you make that sub late in the quarter. Coach Pop looking like a genius. Walker probing.
Here's Jason Tatum driving and finding Miles Turner for the 2-hand dunk.
Nice pass with the block and then the nice dish to Turner.
Make sure you stay tuned and cheer on Team USA, Bulldogs.
We'll see if USA can beat Brazil, but more importantly, can we can the Cougs?
If you're not sure what that means, Leah has all the details.
It's that time of the year. We're so glad Can the Cougs is finally here. We're your 2019-2020 pals. Woo! Some things that we recommend bringing are cans and ramen. Celeste, what are you doing?
You can also bring a toothbrush or other non-perishable items.
We will start collecting cans on October 2nd, every Wednesday and Friday after school. So please bring in your cans, and the last day to bring them will be October 22nd.
Make sure you come out to the Can the Cougs themed football game on October 24th.
Hey Kempner, you want this? That's too bad, because Austin's all into
Can the Cougs! Oh, Medina feels herself. Go Medina.
Sorry.
What am I saying?
Oh. Are you guys down to do it again?
Okay, Medina, this has to be the last time.
Speaking of beating schools, our volleyball team has a new coach.
Justice talked to Coach Olet and some of her players on what they hope to accomplish this season.
Hi, I'm Justice. I'm here with our AHS varsity volleyball team. This is Bailey.
Hi, I'm Bailey. I'm a junior. I'm 16 years old, and I've been playing volleyball since I was 8 years old.
And this is Rachel.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I'm a senior. I'm 18. I've been playing since 5th grade.
And this is Sydney.
Hi, I'm Sydney. I'm a senior. I'm 17. I've been playing since I was 8 years old.
So, Bailey, can you explain to me, how do you prepare for a game?
Usually, I just listen to my music, and I just think about what I'm going to do to prepare, and just focus.
And how do you get your teammates ready for it? How do you prepare your teammates for a game?
Together before really just gets us hyped up. We're all prepared and together and ready for the game.
When is the next home game?
September 17th, we play Richmond.
We play at 6:30, so come out. I should come out and support. It's going to be really fun.
Hi, I'm Justice, and I'm here with our AHS varsity volleyball coach.
I'm Coach Owlett.
Can you give us 3 facts about yourself?
This is my 17th year coaching. I grew up in Chicago, west suburbs of Chicago, and I coached at Seven Lakes High School before here with your old coach, Coach Cadillac. So our goals for this season are for us to make playoffs again and to do the best that we can and just continue to improve so that we can set up a strong program like it was in the past.
How do you prepare your athletes for a game?
We prepare by doing those things that we need to work on, different skill stuff, and then some 6-on-6 playing to get them ready based on things that we are lacking or need more practice in.
Okay, thank you.
Not only do we have a new volleyball coach, but a whole new library staff as well.
Interesting. Let's see what Dorian and Job have got for us.
Hey Bulldogs, it's Job. I'm here with
Mrs. Shelby.
and she's our new librarian, and we have some questions for her today. So what made you want to become a librarian?
Well, this is actually kind of a long story because both of my parents are library aides. And when I went to take your daughter to work day when I was 8 with my dad, that's when I first met some librarians, and they knew I loved reading, and they were like, you should do this. So it's always kind of been in the back of my mind to become a librarian.
Did you work in, where'd you work previously?
The last school I was in was Elsig 9th Grade Center in A-Leaf, and that was for 7 years. So if I accidentally say that acronym instead of AHS, I'm sorry.
Did you always want to be a librarian?
Since I was 8, I actually went to take your daughters to work day with my father, who is a library aide. Actually, both of my parents were library aides for several, actually decades. So, yeah, when I was 8, I actually got to meet librarians, and they knew I loved reading. And so after that, they kept telling me, when are you going to become a librarian? So it's always been in the back of my mind.
Oh, what's your favorite book?
My favorite book, okay, so for adults, it's In the Lake of the Woods by Tim O'Brien. It's just so interestingly written. I love the writing style. And a thing that I read that I loved was Two Can Keep a Secret, and that's a young adult mystery novel. It's really good.
So what changes do you want to make with our library?
There are a lot of changes that I want to do. The first thing is to get rid of some of the big bookcases so we have more seating area, so you're not all tripping over each other, because I feel like I'm tripping over everything in here. And then also the librarian's office, I would love to turn it into a recording studio. That is my big goal for the year. I do want to have instruments. I was able to do that in my last school. So I want to have a drum kit in there, an electronic drum kit, bass guitar, guitars, and also video equipment. So that way, even if you're not in band or you're not in broadcast, you can kind of get a taste of it to see if you like it.
We could use some video equipment. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
A lot of clubs use a library to conduct meetings.
That's right. If you ever wanted to be part of those meetings, Tara and Kate have a few clubs you may be interested in. Speaking of clubs, what's the Austin Playoffs working on?
I'm not sure, but I think this next video may be able to help us.
Here's Sahir, Kate, and Amna on the rundown of Austin's upcoming play.
Tristan, I'm making this a blog or a vlog.
Okay.
So it's a very difficult process because not only am I in the play, but I have to record the play, and I'm in this very scene that they are now doing. But in the meantime, let's get some interviews.
Hello, my name is Bilal Kazmi of 10th grade. I play the narrator in She Kills Monsters. We're in rehearsals right now, and just looking at how things are going right now, this is gonna be an awesome play. It'll be super great if you guys actually